Atticus really wants to be in this video. So that's why I'm getting him in here. What are we doing today?
We are, I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing. I was expecting you to know.
Oh, then we better go back and look at our plans. Unless you have on your phone.
Oh man, I would. Oh, we need to find somebody who knows what they're doing.
We could ask the mailman.
Well, the reality is, we got the building permit yesterday, which is exciting. But I was looking over the plans and just realizing that there's every step of the way there's technical stuff in here that is tricky to get right. And I'm doing some things I've never done before. For example, building with concrete. So
We're actually going to be approaching all the YouTube videos you've been watching instead of playing kickball.
you. So, you distracted me and I lost where I am. So,
You said that there's stuff you've never done before.
I've got to get the concrete just right. And I've got to get all the penetrations in it that I need so that I don't have to go back and cut holes in it. And I've got to get it just right because I've got floor trusses that I can't cut down that we've ordered, and so it's the biggest project I've ever managed. It's the biggest construction project I've ever done. It's the most complicated and technical. And so I got the building permit yesterday and didn't sleep well last night and woke up this morning going, I don't know, just feeling kind of overwhelmed about getting started. But we've got to do it.
Wait, you woke up? I thought you said you didn't get any sleep that night. There's some clues here.
Didn't sleep well, I said.
You said I didn't sleep. You can look at it after.
I can. Yeah, I've got it recorded.
Yeah,
So
that's what I just said.
that's what we got going today. We got to go dig footings, and like one of the challenges, I've got to get the depth right, and I can't. The stuff I disturb, if I disturb the soil, then it costs me money, because I mean if I disturb it below where it goes, then it costs me money. This is going to be a great video because I keep getting distracted.
Wait, just a sec. If you spoke that wrong, I'm gonna sue you for my car when I turn 16.
Oh, okay. I'm going to get sued by my son when he turns 16. We'll see how that goes.
I better remember.
Well, as your parent, I'm not going to sign any of your suit paperwork. So you're going to have a hard time suing me.
I'll ask
Okay, besides that,
some caveman to do it.
besides the 16-year-old car suit, we've got to get this building perfectly square. We've got to, I just need to take it one step at a time and not try to understand the whole thing all at once. I don't know how to stop myself from trying to do that, because I do need to have a big picture balance, because I've got to, you prep for the next step and you make every step easier by doing the step you're on completely and well. So, do you have any questions, Atticus?
I give up. I can't think of anything funny to say.
Atticus is here because he's going to run the laser level while I'm cutting these trenches. Poor kid's going to be in the sun all day. I hope he likes hot, sweaty sunlight and that stuff. So, anything else? I'll get you ice cream at the end of the day. Deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank goodness he didn't get my face.
We'll see how hot it is. It's supposed to be like 90. So, we might have to go cool off in the lake.
Maybe the blow snakes will be out.
And so this is me a little stressed out about our project, but excited to get going. and here we go.
I'll tell you the minute.
This is me attempting to dig footings in a way that I don't have to put gravel down afterwards, in a way that I don't have to add fill. Not to put a spoiler in here, but it didn't work. I didn't do it very well. I had to add a bunch of gravel to level it out to save money on the footings, but I hope that I saved a bunch of money doing it myself. That's the one redeeming aspect of this.
So how do they normally, to do a normal footing, do they usually dig down deep and then fill it in with gravel, and that's what you were trying to avoid? Is that?
No, they dig it right to the exact correct level, and then they usually have a couple people in the trench that are sort of digging maybe little parts that you messed up on. Dug my footers as best I could, which wasn't very good, but it'll have to work. And I'm not allowed to put footers on loose soil, so disturbed soil. So I need to do some shovel work, and it's some considerable shovel work. So I brought in reinforcements, the best reinforcements. Here comes old Boombox Braddock.
Disco beat.
He wears his sunglasses at night.
BD. I wear my sunglasses.
You guys know you're my reinforcements?
Yeah. Did you hear him say that?
Here we
I
go.
hope we don't have to do all of this today.
Oh, we're gonna do all of it.
Optimistic and
Here we go. So here I'm just trying to tune it up to try to get it closer to what I want. And then we're going through and wetting everything and running it over with the plate compactor, because I don't want to have any settling in our concrete. I don't want to have a lot of cracking in the footings. Just trying to get the foundation perfect. I was so grateful to have all that help. And if I had to do that all myself, I wouldn't have had the energy for it. Those kids helped me so much.
And you just dump gravel in, that's what that white looking, yep, that's gravel.
Yep, that's on the low spots, the areas I cut too deep. So actually earlier we didn't just level, we pulled out anything loose. So anything that I unsettled that was loose. And now we're leveling that gravel at the grade so that we can pour concrete and not spend way too much on concrete.
And this is just you and the three boys, there's no one else, right?
Right.
3 owners.
Yep.
Doing great.
And this gravel is like inch minus, which means it's difficult to rake. It's big. And really Braddock and Atticus had a hard time even moving it, but they were good sports. That plate compactor really saved the day.
Okay, so you got, okay, you're framing out for the footings.
Yeah, we lost footage of me doing the work in the middle. So this is after I put all of them together at the right distances, and I haven't yet squared it. So I'm squaring the building right there with those 2 tapes. Trying to. I spent a lot of time actually doing the math to figure out what those diagonal measurements had to be. And at one point I came and wrote them all down on the footings, like on those boards, so that I could just look at those measurements and get them right. Because I don't want to build a building that's not square. I don't want to be cutting a bunch of diagonal flooring, for example. So I spent a lot of time getting this exactly right. starting to rain pretty good. And we can see it's raining coming this direction all the way across the valley, and it's getting worse. And the radar shows it getting worse. So it's 6:30, calling it a day. We'll come back tomorrow and early morning and hit it. I mean, the weather today was perfect for work. Not too hot, not too cold. Maybe a little bit warm, but way better than 90, right? And we got all of our forms staked, squared, and up, and level. So we're ready for our fast form, fast foot. That's not what it is, but it's the same stuff, just doesn't have all the lines written on it. So anyway, time to head home. Look at how weird these earwigs are. All up under my GoPro stand. No food up there. Really don't know what they're doing. They like this thing for some reason. But I have to use it, so I've got to get them off. Today's the day that we leveled out the forms after we got them completely square, got them up to grade for the top of the concrete. Pounding in a lot of stakes, and really I couldn't have done it without Graham. He had the muscle I needed. After pounding so many stakes, there's only so many times you can swing that like 4-pound sledge. So you can see Graham at points sort of taking over, hitting those things in. It's pretty great having a big 12-year-old.
Who loves to work.
He does have a good attitude about working. I don't know that he always loves it. I think he'd rather be at home reading a book. But once he's there, he has a good attitude, and I think he likes working with me.
So how is the frame attached to the stakes? Is there...
Put a little screw through the stake into the wood.
Okay. It just holds it at just right.
I've got the laser level set up, and actually this is where I go back and just confirm the height, because I messed up somewhere a little bit, and just go get it really dead on level.
Man, those skies, they're kind of distracting. They're really gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a good thing. The GoPro deleted all the video I took yesterday. It took a little while to get this right, because it took I did a measurement wrong when I was squaring the building. I did my first measurement wrong, which meant that when I went to do other ones, I couldn't get them right. So anyway, we got these forms up to grade, and all squared, not in that order. It was me and Graham mostly, and so now we're getting ready to put in our plastic for the rest to complete the form. Yesterday was cloudy and cool. Today's gonna be hot, so we're just happy that we can be here, I guess, in the middle of it. And it rained last night, so everything's wet. We're gonna try to not get too muddy and get these things ready for concrete on Monday. It's Thursday, so we have a little bit of a buffer, but sometimes things take longer than we expect. So we have that buffer for just in case. I'm grateful I have this guy here with the man muscle and the hammer. We're gonna have to start calling him Thor soon. No? And that guy, I don't know if you can see him, he's already distracted, but that's okay.
I heard that.
Well, wasn't a secret. Okay, here we go. This is the reinforced plastic that I bought from the local hardware store. There's a product out on the market called Fastfoot that has all the markings on it for doing this, but they are apparently out of stock when I was looking for it. So I realized all they have is reinforced plastic with the markings on it. So I just went and bought reinforced plastic and figured out how to do it without the marks. The reason I'm doing this is it's cheaper and saves a bunch of time than using 2x12s. So using or a 2x10, and I got to reuse all the wood in here really easily because it's just 2x4s, and then you leave the plastic in place, obviously underneath the concrete, and it helps prevent water from wicking up through the concrete. I thought that it was more commonly used, but the concrete guys, when we poured, said that it's the first time they'd seen it. So it was, I guess, a little bit innovative, but saved me money, saved me time, saved me materials, and it worked out really well. Today we got all the plastic in the forms to make the forms. We got finished these crosses. We got to hang our rebar from there after we tie all of our rebar together. And then I've got to move the dirt piles so the cement truck can drive close. And at that point, you know, like these dirt piles, at that point I think we're ready to pour footings. So, good day. It is quite a sunset. It's kind of one you wouldn't want to miss. We were on our way home and I came back because we have tree starts that we're need to water, and so I've got the boys over watering the trees under there. Anyway, it's our day. ready to pour footings, which is kind of exciting. Forgive my sun hat. Doesn't look much different, but I got all the rebar tied up. So it's off the bottom by about 3 inches. And what else did I do? I got all the dirt moved around so the truck can drive around everywhere. It might be a little tight on that far corner, but we'll figure it out. And got all the dirt moved here. So it's exciting. We're ready for their first concrete pour. I also got a pipe underneath the footing. I don't know if you can see it. And that plastic will just lay down around it. So I can run our water line from the well down through there. Ready to go. Should pick up that hammer. I was here alone today because the boys, well, Atticus and Graham both got sunburned pretty bad yesterday, and just didn't feel like I needed to subject them to this anymore. The whole part of cleaning up was moving the trailer, getting everything out of it and stacked over there. And yeah, I think that's it. I mean, working alone, things are a little bit slower, but get to listen to music or a book, and it's good for them. You know, they're just boys. I think sometimes they need a day off, which Graham has been working like crazy lately. He worked like 12 hours the other day, and he's only 12. And, you know, with a good attitude, but he's definitely tired. I think it's been good for him, but anyway, it's okay with him getting a day off. And that's it. Ready to go. Can you believe this beautiful, beautiful sky? Every day. Just mesmerized by it. These thunderstorms. Oh, we should go further that way. Oh man. Just gorgeous. Hopefully you can see that. These little afternoon showers. Just lucky to be in this place that God made. Alas, our first concrete pour. First time putting something permanent in the ground on the house. So we're sort of prepping at this point. You saw the plate compactor going over there. That was stuff I'd filled in because I was worried that the chutes on the concrete trucks couldn't make it all the way over there. And they didn't have a problem reaching anything, so it was good. I was screeding the concrete. And yeah,
What does that mean?
I was like, I had a 2x4, I was pulling the concrete flat. And where you don't do it every day, honestly, it's pretty exhausting. But I had plenty of help there and it went really well.
So what are they doing? If you're flattening it, what are they doing?
I have somebody vibrating. I have somebody helping put the concrete where it goes in the right spot. I had a couple.
Like moving the chute around? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, the concrete guy was moving the chute around, but I also, like, if the chute doesn't put it right where it goes and I can't screed it, or if I don't have enough to screed, then they're using the shovel putting it where it goes. And then I had some boys getting it off of the wood, going across from one form to the other.
Do a backflip, bud.